Hello dear students, welcome to Department of Chemistry, KTHM College, Nasik. So student, in our previous lecture, we studied the effect of air pollution. Particularly we discussed the formation of a smog. The smog was the combination of smoke and fog. Right now in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the ozone layer. Particularly, we are interested in formation of ozone and the depletion of ozone, and even the effect of a depletion of ozone on the earth surface, means particularly on the animals as well as the plants. So we will start with the ozone layer. Ozone layer. So student, 90% of the concentration of ozone is present in the stratosphere, approximately at an altitude of 25 kilometers. We know that depending upon the altitudes, the atmosphere is classified into the different spheres. The lower one from 0 to 11 kilometer is nothing but the troposphere. From 11 to 50 kilometer, stratosphere is there. So the maximum concentration of ozone is present in the stratosphere, that is the second sphere from the earth surface, more particularly around 25 kilometers. The maximum concentration of the ozone is observed in the range of 15 to 30 kilometers of the altitudes, and therefore this region between 15 to 30 kilometer is known as the ozone layer. The layer between 15 to 30 kilometer altitude is known as ozone layer, or we call it as a ozosphere. We call it as a ozosphere. The main role of the ozone layer is the absorption of hazardous ultraviolet radiation coming from the sunlight. More particularly, it absorbs the radiation having a wavelength in the range of 222 to 330 nanometer. It absorbs the radiations having a wavelength 220 to 330 nanometer in their range. These rays are harmful, and therefore once the ozone absorb or trapped this radiation, the earth will be protected from the further damage, and therefore the ozone layer is also known as protective blanket, or we can say the umbrella of the earth surface. Now we will think about the formation of ozone. Formation of ozone. Formation of ozone. Very basically, the atmospheric oxygen in presence of Hnu, particularly the radiation will be having a wavelength less than 240 nanometer, means a short wavelength. We know that wavelength and energy is inversely proportional. It means the less wavelength will have a higher energy. So the radiations having a wavelength less than 240 nanometer, when interact with the oxygen, it will give a nascent oxygen, that is the free oxygen atom we called. Probably it will be written in the square bracket, as these are the more reactive species and unstable. The atmospheric oxygen then combine with the nascent oxygen in presence of third body to give a corresponding ozone plus M. Now in this case, M is nothing but the third body. This is your third body. Third body. Suppose this is a reaction 1, this is the second reaction. This reaction is known as third body reaction. Third body reaction. Third body reaction. Now we will think about the depletion of ozone or decomposition of ozone. Decomposition of ozone. Decomposition of ozone. Decomposition of ozone. When ozone absorbs a radiation having a wavelength ranging from 220 to 330 nanometer, the ozone gets splitted into the O2 molecule and oxygen. So ozone, when absorb a radiation having a wavelength 220 to 330 nanometer, it gives a corresponding O2 plus oxygen. This oxygen, whatever prepared over here, is again unstable. Nascent oxygen we call it as. The ozone combines with this oxygen and gives O2 plus O2 again. This is nothing but the photo decomposition of ozone. Photo decomposition of ozone. So these are the important reactions takes place during the formation of ozone, and this is nothing but the decomposition of ozone. You just note all these data so that we will proceed towards the depletion, means the mechanism of a depletion of ozone. Now the mechanism of ozone depletion. Now the observed concentration of ozone in the stratosphere, by considering the third body reaction and the photo decomposition of ozone, because in third body reaction formation of ozone takes place, and in the photo decomposition reaction decomposition of ozone is formed, and therefore by considering these two reactions, the actual and expected concentration of ozone is found to be less, and this survey indicate that there must be something, another pathway, there must be something, another route for the depletion of ozone, that is the decomposition of ozone. Actually, the depletion of ozone is one of the catalytic cyclic photochemical reaction. It is nothing but this is the catalytic chain reaction, or you can say the cyclic reaction. Depletion of ozone is catalytic chain reaction. It is a catalytic chain reaction. This catalytic chain reaction is catalyzed by various species formed in another reactions in the stratosphere. As a part of a general reaction, suppose if we use X as a catalyst for the depletion, then the reaction will be in this way. Ozone reacts with X. X is nothing but the catalyst. We will call it as an intermediate reactive species formed in another reaction in the stratospheric region. When it reacts with ozone, it gives a corresponding OX plus O2 molecule. This OX then again combines with the nascent oxygen and it gives corresponding X plus O2. The overall reaction will be in this way. This is nothing but the X, this is nothing but the X, this is the OX, this is the OX. So overall reaction is O3 plus oxygen, it gives O2 plus O2. We call it as a net reaction. This is your net reaction. So what is the net reaction? In presence of a catalyst, ozone undergoes a decomposition, that is a depletion in a two-step to form a corresponding oxygen molecules. Actually, a single X molecule, or you can say the single X species, can catalyze large number of ozone molecule before it is removed by any another reaction in the stratosphere. It means that as long as this X is present in the atmosphere, it continue to degrade, it continue to destroy or deplete the ozone molecules, and therefore a single molecule can decompose, can destroy the large number of O3 molecule until it is removed by any another reaction. In fact, the several species are observed in the stratosphere. Among them, the most predominant species which causes a progressive and predominant depletion of ozone are the first one species is nothing but the hydroxy radical. Hydroxy radical, OH radical, we will write it in this way. The second species is the chlorine atom, Cl, and third one is the nitric oxide, NO we called. So we have to discuss the depletion of ozone catalyzed by hydroxy radical, second catalyzed by chlorine atom, and third catalyzed by nitric oxide. We have to just replace the X by the hydroxy in one case, we have to replace the X by chlorine atom in second case, and we have to replace the nitric oxides here in place of X in the third case. So we will start with the first one. Before that, you just note all this data so that I can rub the board. Okay, now depletion of ozone catalyzed by hydroxy radical. Depletion of ozone catalyzed by hydroxy radical. So before discussion about the depletion of ozone, we will discuss the formation of a hydroxy radical. The hydroxy radical is formed by the interaction of oxygen with the hydrogen source such as H2O molecules, methane molecules, etc. etc. For that purpose, a activated oxygen atom interact with H2O or methane molecule, and even in case of photosynthesis of a H2O also, the hydroxy radical is formed. So the first case, when reactive oxygen reacts with source of hydrogen, such as H2O or methane, it gives hydroxy radical. What will be the reaction? Suppose this is your reactive oxygen, reacts with a methane molecule, it gives a corresponding CSA radical plus hydroxy radical. Alternatively, when the reactive oxygen reacts with H2O, it gives a corresponding 2 moles of hydroxy radical. So this is nothing but the formation of hydroxy radical. Alternatively, I also told you that during the photo degradation of a H2O molecule, hydroxy radical is formed. It will be the very simple one, H2O, photo degradation, it gives a H radical plus hydroxy radical. So these are nothing but the formation of a hydroxy radical. Now we will discuss the reaction during the depletion of ozone. Depletion of ozone. Now we will discuss the reaction of a depletion. We have already discussed the general reaction. We call it as a catalytic chain reaction of a depletion. What happened? Ozone reacts with hydroxy radical. Ozone reacts with the hydroxy radical. It gives a corresponding O2 plus HOO radical. This HOO radical then combines with the oxygen. HOO radical combines with the oxygen and it gives a corresponding hydroxy radical plus O2. It gives a hydroxy radical plus O2. So what will be the net reaction? What will be the net reaction? The net reaction will be in this way. Net reaction. This is nothing but the peroxy radical. This is the hydroxy radical, and we will get the net reaction O3 plus oxygen. It gives O2 plus O2 again. So this is nothing but the depletion of ozone catalyzed by hydroxy radical, and these are nothing but the way by which the hydroxy radical is formed in the stratosphere in an various chemical reaction. Clear? So you just note all this data. We will discuss the second part. Now the depletion of ozone by chlorine atom. Second one. Depletion of ozone by chlorine atom. We know the general mechanism. Ideal catalytic chain reaction. Instead of X, we have to write the chlorine atom only. So the reaction will be simple one. O3 reacts with the chlorine. It gives ClO plus O2. This ClO then reacts with the oxygen. It gives corresponding chlorine plus O2 again. And what will be the net reaction? The net reaction will be in this way. Net reaction. Net reaction. It will be in this way. This is ClO. This ClO will get cancelled. Chlorine, chlorine. So what left? O3 plus oxygen. It gives O2 plus O2. So it was an account about the depletion of ozone by chlorine atom. Now the third possible catalyst is the corresponding nitric oxide. Third one, depletion of ozone by nitric oxide. Depletion of ozone by nitric oxide, NO. So again, we will discuss the formation of a nitric oxide. In fact, the nitric oxide is produced. Nitric oxide is produced in the stratosphere by the reaction involving the atomic nitrogen and the oxygen atom. By the reaction involving nitrogen and oxygen. The very first simple reaction is N2. Upon photo decomposition, means in presence of HNO, it will give a nascent nitrogen atom. This nascent nitrogen atom, when reacts with O2, it gives a nitric oxide plus oxygen. So this is one of the way for the formation of a nitric oxide. Alternatively, dinitrogen oxide, N2O, when reacts with the oxygen, nascent oxygen, it gives again 2 moles of NO. So these are the two ways for the formation of nitric oxide over here. Now, the depletion of ozone by nitric oxide. So the reaction of a depletion. Very simply, we have to proceed as like a chlorine atom over here. Ozone will react with nitric oxide. It will give a corresponding O2 molecule plus NO2 molecule will be formed. This NO2 then reacts with the oxygen atom. and it again gives a corresponding NO plus O2. So what will be the net reaction? The net reaction will be simple. Net reaction. This nitric oxide, this nitric oxide, this nitrogen dioxide will get cancelled. So reaction will be O3 plus oxygen. It gives O2 plus O2. So this is the depletion catalyzed by chlorine atom, and this is the depletion catalyzed by nitric oxide. So student, you just note all this data so that we will proceed towards the null cycle as well as the protecting cycle. We call it as an reserved cycle or holding cycles. Now the null cycle and holding cycle. So the catalytic activity of a certain species for the depletion of ozone is nullified. Such reactions are known as null cycles. The catalytic activities for the depletion of ozone is nullified by certain reactions known as a null cycle. Means what? In this reaction, the catalytic activity of a catalyst is suppressed or nullified. For example, in our previous task, we studied the catalytic activity of a chlorine atom, hydroxy radical, nitric oxide. But the activity can be nullified by certain reaction, and such reactions are known as the null cycles. The two important reactions involving nitric oxide as a null cycle are as follows. The first reaction involving a nitric oxide, reaction involving nitric oxide as a null cycle are the first example is that when a nitric oxide reacts with ozone, it gives a NO2 plus oxygen. This NO2 when interact with the HNO or a radiation, obviously splitting will take place. NO plus oxygen will be formed. So what will be the net reaction? The net reaction will be in this way. NO2 will get cancelled, and this nitric oxide gets cancelled. So the overall reaction is O3 plus HNO. It gives O2 plus oxygen. This is your net reaction. This is your net reaction. It was the first example. In the second example, if you use a NO2 and reacted with ozone, it gives NO3 plus O2. It gives NO3 plus O2. When these NO3 interact with the radiations from the sun, means photo decomposition will take place, and it gives a NO2 plus oxygen. So what will be the net reaction in this case also? Obviously NO2 will get cancelled, NO3 will get cancelled, and overall reaction will be the O3 plus H nu, it gives O2 plus oxygen. This is right now your net reaction. This is your net reaction. So these are the two reactions in which the catalytic activity of the reactive species, that is the nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide in this case, is nullified, and therefore these two reactions are known as null cycle reaction. Now we will proceed towards the holding cycle. Second one is nothing but the holding cycle. Holding cycle. In a certain reaction, the reactive species is converted into the reservoir. Such reactions are known as the holding cycle. Means reactive species are converted into the stable product, stable compounds. So the catalytic activity is preserved or reserved. So we call it as a holding cycle. The reaction which convert the reactive species into reservoir are known as holding cycles. Here the reactive species is converted into the stable product. We call it as a holding cycles. Now there are certain examples of the holding cycles. Suppose in the first case, when NO2 is reacted with NO3 in presence of N, means a third body, it will give An2O5 plus M. In this case, M is nothing but the third body. M is nothing but the third body. So this is your reservoir. This is the stable one. In fact, NO2 and NO3 was the reactive one, and right now they are converted into the dinitrogen pentaoxide. So it will be your reservoir. In the second case, if we took a NO2 radical and if we reacted with hydroxy radical in presence of again third body, M will be the third body, and in this case we will get the formation of HNO3 along with M. Now here in this case also we will get a formation of corresponding reservoir. Formation of corresponding reservoir. It was just certain tentative examples. In addition to that, if you have a chlorine radical and if we reacted with the CH4 methane, it gives a corresponding HCl plus CH3 radical. In this case, HCl is acting as a reservoir. This is your third example. In this way, we can write many more reactions. Suppose if you have a HCl and reacted with a hydroxy radical, what will be the product? Now in this case, we will get the formation of chlorine radical plus H2O molecule. Now in this case, this chlorine radical acts as a reservoir. So it was a certain example as an holding cycle. So you just note all these data so that we will proceed towards the effect of ozone depletion. Now the effect of ozone depletion. Effect of ozone depletion. The effect of ozone depletion has a direct effect on the penetration of ultraviolet radiations on the lower sphere, that is the troposphere, means through the stratosphere, and it causes a very adverse effect on the living organisms, even living things, or you can say the plants and animals on the earth surface. Actually, Depending upon the effect on organism, the ultraviolet regions is classified into three categories. Depending upon the effect on the organism. Depending upon effect on organism, UV region is classified into three categories. UV region is categorized into three categories. The first one is UVA. This region ranges from the 315 nanometer to 400 nanometer. Obviously, higher wavelength is here. Obviously, less energetic. So it is less energetic and has no effect on plants and animals. The second one is a UVB. It ranges from 280 nanometer to 315 nanometer. It has a moderate energy. Has moderate energy and can have adverse effect on organism. And third region of ultraviolet region is the UVC, and it has a wavelength less than 280 nanometer. These are the highly energetic one. Has high energy and causes dangerous effect on organism. So the main role of the ozone is to trap the more hazardous UVC radiations. Almost UVC radiations are absorbed by the ozone, and even for the other photochemical reaction takes place in the stratosphere. The moderately hazardous UVB radiations are absorbed by only ozone, and under certain circumstances it can be dangerous for the organism. And the UVA is a less energetic one and has no that much adverse effect on the organism. In fact, the hazardous radiations exposure of UVB and UVC can cause the skin problem. It can cause a cancer, other types of cancers, and even it has an effect in the marine food chain. The second effect, the climatic effect of ozone depletion. Climatic effect of ozone depletion. We know that the stratospheric chain reaction involving the formation of ozone molecule is the third body process, and photo decomposition of ozone is the reaction which involves the absorption of ultraviolet radiations. Means the formation of ozone as well as the photo decomposition. Both reaction involves the absorption of ultraviolet radiation. And these UV rays means the energy is converted into the kinetic energy. And the chain reaction result into the temperature rise in the stratosphere. Result is temperature rise in the stratosphere. Temperature rise in the stratosphere. Conclusion is that the depletion of ozone would have a cooling effect in the stratosphere. Actually, temperature rise is due to the photo decomposition and third body reaction. Once this reaction does not take place in the stratosphere will become a cooled one. So it will causes such a type of climatic effect in the stratosphere. So student, in this lecture, we covered the ozone layer. I hope you enjoyed the session. In our next lecture, we will discuss about the CFCs. So thank you very much.